Hey, this is James Francis, and welcome to another episode of Traffic Tuesdays. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to avoid throwing all of your money into a black hole within Facebook ads and crossing your fingers and hoping that something will actually make you a positive return on investment. Because what we can do with this little trick is we can see how much each ad is earning you in profit instead of just crossing your fingers and working in the dark. Okay? So what I mean by that is if you're watching the video version of this episode, you can see that in this column here we have website purchases, and that tells us how much money we have earned from this specific ad and how much we've spent in this column. Okay, so that way we can see that this ad set here we've spent £869 in the UK, and we've earned £2,211.20, which is obviously a good ROI. That's more than double, nearly 3 times what we've invested. The other one here we've spent £363 and we've made back $2,916. So without this data here, we wouldn't know which ads to keep running and which ones to turn off. For example, this one over here, I've only earned £40 from spending $315. So that means if I can see that in my ads manager, I know to turn that one off and keep the ones that are making money on. Okay, and we can scale the ones that are making money. Okay. That's what advertising is. So you can do this 2 ways. You can do this the more difficult way, which is what everyone teaches, which is to go to your ads manager and then in the top menu, go to pixels over here and then set up the pixel with some code on your website. And you have to adjust the code based on the purchases that people make and edit the values, making sure you don't screw up the whole thing. Or you can do it the easy way and go to custom conversions in this top menu instead. Okay, so within this custom conversion section, you can actually create it within a Facebook and not have to go to your website and have to delve around all of the code and edit the code being some weird advanced technical HTML editor or something. You can actually just go in and click this button here which says create custom conversion, and you can follow the steps that they ask you about. So the rule here should always be URL contained, because that means that if there is anything added on to the end of the web address in the top of the browser window, that this will still register as a sale. Okay, so what we can do is type in the URL here, or at least part of it, where people land on after they make a purchase. So this is not the URL of the sales page, because if they land on that page they haven't yet made a purchase yet, right? So what we need to write here is the URL where people land on after they place their order. So for the first offer in your funnel, this would probably be the first upsell page, okay? Because they can't reach that first upsell page unless they have just purchased something, okay? So this would be, in my case, digitalprosperity.com/ whatever the first upsell URL would be. We put that in the box there. Then in the category, we choose from the drop down, we have purchase. Then we click on next, and then it will ask us, let me just put something basic here, so we can click on next. digitalprosperity.com/test123. Okay, and that way we can go on next and then type a name for this conversion. Now this is really cool because it will actually show you within your stats here in the big table of stats for your ads which sales are being made specifically. So you can not only see how much money is being made, but you can also see what products make up that money. Okay, so if you go to the results section here, the column, and hover over the number, it will tell you how many leads you've earned, how many sales you've earned of which product. So I've named them shorthand just because I have quite long product names. I should probably sort that, but basically I have IPF here, which is my first upsell, TPF, which is my main offer, and some others as well. Okay, so basically I can see that, okay, so I've made 6 front-end sales, I've then made 1 of the upsell sales, and you can kind of judge which ad sets are working better for you than others based on the amount of people taking the upsells, and of course which are all optional, and the back-end offers as well, if you have them, like the mid-ticket offers, like $500 plus, and high-ticket offers, which are, $2,000 plus, if you are doing that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. What you can do is type in the name, and I like to just put whether it's a sale or a lead first, so I can then categorize it and see within the stats, what it is. Is it a lead? Is it a sale? What is it? Just so it helps me to identify things a lot easier. So sale hyphen whatever the name of the product is. In my case, it could be, the Prosperity Formula. or whatever, then click this box that says set a conversion value. Very important. Otherwise, if you don't do this, it won't show you the number of the money that you're making in the column here for website purchases. So when you do that, it will add all of that up in a total in this column right here, the website purchases column. So within the value field, you just type in however much the product sells for, which in this case would be $27 or $97, depending on if they don't purchase in the first deal. But for easiness sake, let's just put that as $27, okay? And this will be to the currency code of your account, all right? Now, if you're selling things, let's say you live in the UK like I do, and you're selling stuff in the US in dollars, then you have two choices. You can either accept that your stats will be in pounds here in the Ads Manager, and you can convert that manually using a currency converter, which is the easy option, or you can do it the harder way of putting the pixel code on your page and specifying the currency as US dollars, and Facebook will automatically convert that US dollar currency into the currency of your ad account, which is pretty cool, which is what I do. So if you want to do it the harder way, which is more accurate, you would just not check that box saying set a conversion value and do it manually at the same time, and it will then calculate the money that you're earning as well as what sales are being made. But if you're doing this the easy way, if you're a complete beginner, you don't have the technical knowledge to do that, do it this way. Check the box, put the value of the product being sold, and click on create, and that way you'll be able to see the profit you're making for each ad and whether to keep them running or not, and also how well your ads are working or not. You know, if it's a consistent theme that you're not making a profit on your advertising spend, then you need to either change your offer, change your lead magnet, or change the structure of your ad account, because you could be targeting the wrong audiences, you could be having some wrong settings in there somewhere, and so on and so on. Okay, so if you'd like some help with any of this stuff, then feel free to submit an application below this video to chat with me about me possibly running your ads account for you. Of course, you must have something to advertise. Okay, so if you are a complete beginner, you don't have any products to advertise yet, then this probably isn't going to be a good thing for you, and I wish you well on your way to do this stuff until you have your own products, right? But if you do have your own products and you're struggling to make Facebook ads work for you, go ahead, submit the application form below to talk to me about possibly working together. If not, hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you found it valuable. Hopefully you can now see the value in these stats being shown up in this column here, because you can compare how much you've spent versus how much you've earned. That way you know if it's working or not. That way you know what to do next to fix that, to make it better. Okay, so talk to you very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.